really didn't make life easy for myself when it came to this cake. So as I've said before, making a Disney character is never easy because everyone knows what they look like. But making a Disney character who's also a real life human is probably one of the hardest things I could possibly ever challenge myself to do. Humans are so difficult to make, every aspect of them, but especially the face. It can look like a face, but it has to look like the person's actual face, which is so much harder. So I spent a lot of time on the head. It is made completely from cake and then covered in modelling chocolate, and then those eyeballs are made from poured sugar. But I took a lot of time in the sculpting, but I think it paid off because I do think it did resemble Bette Midler, so I think I did an okay job. The hair also took a while to try and get a bit of definition to those curls because that's her signature hairstyle, but I really enjoyed doing it. That's my favourite part of making a cake, is all the sculpting, so I was in my element. Next up, I added in some more of the smaller details like her hands and her sleeves, and then once I'd added those in, I went on to put a bit more detail into her clothing. So next thing I did was the bodice underneath her cloak, and then I added in some even more precise details like this ribbon which went down the middle. And as you can see, I've added a little bit more detail to the hands, but I'm going to add a little bit more later on. Then I had to do things like the feet, and I couldn't exactly figure out how feet went on a broomstick. So I just assumed that you would pop your toes up on it and then your dress would hang over the back. So that's what I did for those. Looks a bit weird there, but it did look pretty cool once the cake was finished. Then I went in and added loads more details like these earrings and all the creases in her clothes. Next up, it was time to paint. Now, I've said this before, I don't usually like painting cakes. I'm just not very good at it. But because this character is known for her signature blush cheeks and teeth and red pouting lips, it actually made the whole thing come together. So I was really pleased that worked, because I always get really scared about putting paint on a cake that it's just going to ruin it. But anyway, it came out pretty cool. And of course, I had to do her signature red hair to just emphasize those curls. And then I added in lots of little final details like a little bit of gloss onto the lips just to make them really pop. And I individually rolled out every single one of these eyelashes and placed them on one at a time. But I think it really did work because this is the cake finished, and I was really pleased with this one. It was a challenge because of all the reasons that I've already said in this video. And I think trying to make it look exactly like a person, I'm never going to get it spot on, but I was really pleased with how this face and just her general hair and everything turned out, because I did think it does resemble her quite well. Here's a little 360 so you can see it from all these different angles. You can see those little feet hanging over the broomstick at the back. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.